Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we are back. Plenty to talk about this week. No science and tech or stupid tech this week, but there's plenty in lightning round. Lots of movie and TV news. Of course, Question of the Week is back. What the Fuck, brought to you by JTD. And a number of trailers. Some actually pretty interesting ones, obviously, because the way life works. Avengers Endgame came out the day after we recorded. So you had a whole week to watch all of these what did you miss videos. Now you can watch us talk about it and be a week late. So enjoy that. And then we're going to talk about a really interesting trailer, James Gunn's next movie, which I'm actually really interested to talk to the two of you about. All right. So checked out this week on Tiara's recommendation. She was here last week. She's still driving, so good for her. She was talking about Killing Eve, which is the BBC America show starring Sandra Oh as sort of this woman who works for MI5, and she's trying to track down this this female assassin. It's really good. So, like, shout out to Tiara. This is a really good recommendation. I had heard nothing but good things about this, and yeah, like, I thought it was going to be played like super like dark and like really, really serious, like a Luther or something like that.
Yeah.
It's played a little bit lighter than that. And so Sandra Oh is not like a bumbling idiot, but like she's kind of a bit of a goofball and like a little weird. And then this female assassin is a little weird, like kind of like a little goofy too. But it has some like pretty brutal moments too of like her killing people and stuff because it's BBC America, so they go a little bit harder than regular television. But it's really good. It's available on Hulu, as somebody had pointed out in our YouTube comments for last week's episode, and that's where I've been watching it. So if you have Hulu, you can check it out there. It's only 8 episodes of the first season. It got renewed for a second season, but I'm not sure when that's coming. But you can check out the first season. So I highly recommend it, actually. Then I saw the screener for 2 movies. One was really, really, really good, and one was Mortal Engines. Look, don't see that movie, dude. But watch my review.
What the fuck is it about? I didn't even watch the review.
Okay, so what is Mortal Engines about, Terrence? Well, it's a 2-hour and 8-minute movie that...
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
2 hours and 8 minutes. And I fell asleep within the first 10. So that was cool. And then I woke back up, and it was still fucking on. So the movie is about
a movie that you didn't see.
I fell asleep for maybe like 2-3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Like what felt like an eternity was not. But so the premise of the movie is like our present day is their past. Like this major catastrophe happens, right? The Earth's crust explodes. And it's called the 60-minute war, and like all these people die. Like the vast majority of people on Earth die. And in this future time, this like futuristic steampunkish type world, major cities are on they're called these engines where they travel around the world trying to grab up resources, right? And so London is like the biggest one. And it goes and it's got like
Look, I appreciate what you're doing. You can stop right there.
Like you tell me the end of the fucking movie. I don't give a fuck. I don't even know what. I still not
London,
100% sure what it's about.
So here's the end of the movie for those who
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for Mortal Engines. I mean, it's a book that's been out for fucking years, or a series of books. So London is kind of it's basically a stand-in for just general British imperialism. And so they eventually make it to China to take down the Chinese, and all the people of color all live in China, and all the white people, minus like one black dude, live in London. And so they try to take it over. They damn near destroy this part of China, and they end up losing because the good guys defeat them in the end. And of course, like in history, even though they were treated like garbage, the people of color let in all the innocent white people and go, okay, it's fine. It wasn't your fault. And I was like, wow, that was for nothing. They should have murdered all those people because they were cheering to kill you 4 minutes ago.
Yeah,
but yeah, there's not going to be a Mortal Engines 2.
You get no quarter from me.
Yeah. I'd be like,
I already don't like you.
I'd be like, stay right there. Bam. No, you move to the left, to the right. Come on. Yeah, it's not good. It's really boring. It feels like it's produced by Peter Jackson. It feels very much like The Hobbit and stuff like that. There's a lot of like bumbling, stumbling type of moments in the movie. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was interesting at all. And then I saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. You're seeing this tomorrow.
Yeah. Got my tickets.
Yeah, I was supposed to go, but I literally woke up at 11 o'clock. Which it was. It was fucking Saturday morning. Like, that's weird, yo.
Yeah, it's because it's a cartoon.
Like, what the fuck? And I woke up and didn't even know. It was like...
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to hear.
Because he would have happily gone to.
I'm sorry. like, I wanted to go, but like when I woke up, I was like, oh, shit. No, I didn't say oh, shit, because... The only reason why I knew is because I looked at because
I texted you. I was like, remember it's at 11 a.m.?
I was like, oh.
What happened was...
what did I do Friday night? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyway, so... interesting. So...
That was Thursday.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was excellent. It really is. It is excellent. I didn't mention this in my review, but the animation style is really dope. Like, they do a really cool thing with like 3D play, and it's not in 3D, but like in this, it feels like 3D in some moments. It's really, really dope. Like, I really don't have anything negative to say about it. It really rams home the fact that he is a black character. Like, they don't shy away from that, or like they make that a point of him being half black, half Latino. Like, he speaks Spanish at one point in the movie to some kids and stuff like that. It's very New York centric. Like, he's a real, like, they nail him incredibly well. They do. And the thing I said in my review is this is where Sony should focus its efforts. Like, make an animated universe and do anything you want in that universe. Leave the live action stuff to Marvel, but like, stick here, because this you got this. Like, this is working, and the animation style is unique and everything else. I just thought it was. I'm sure it will be in the running for best animated film. It should probably win. Like, it's
crazy because it looks like 3D / like claymation.
It's got a little bit of stop motion style to it.
Yeah, it looks like
that's what
it looks like moving comic book pages.
Yeah,
but like in stop motion.
Yeah. Like, the funny thing is, I, at a certain point, stopped really super paying attention to the animation because I was so enthralled in the story. Like, that's how good the story was, and how good the characterization was, how good the actual characters themselves were. Not just Miles, but Peter Parker. Not just Peter Parker, but Gwen Stacy. Not just Gwen Stacy, but Noir Spider-Man, played by Nicolas Cage, was awesome. Dude, I cannot wait to talk to you about it afterwards, because like, the thing they do with him, it's they could not have picked a better person to play Noir Spider-Man. Like, they really couldn't have picked. Like, if they would have gotten anyone else, I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. But just because it's Nick Cage, like, there's something about his character I really like.
I imagine that because they're going to lean into like the noir aspect and like soliloquies and shit. And if anybody can deliver a soliloquy in like a Max Payne neo-noir style, like, way, it's Nick Cage.
Yeah, well,
he has a bit of a call of the wild. Like, I can imagine him saying
I was on a call where he said that.
Yeah.
I was like, don't say that. That's ridiculous. People don't talk like that. But like, what they do with him is obviously not a spoiler, but what they do with him is they have him use very 1930s language.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like his, because obviously Spider-Man like insults the villains all the time. Like, his way of insulting villains as he's fighting them is fucking hysterical. Like, it's just really good.
I'm looking forward.
Yeah, he's perfect. Yeah, it's good. And then Penny Parker, who's like the anime character, is really good. Like, they lean into her specific style, like art style, and then Peter Parker is like the Looney Tunes animated style. They lean into that, like, and everybody gets a moment and everything else, but it's hard. It's pretty well hard focused to Miles, which I thought was good, because that was my one fear, is that he would kind of fall to the background with all these other characters, right? But that's not the case at all.
Who directed it? Peter Ramsey, Robert.
And then Lord Miller wrote it.
They wrote it and produced it.
Yeah,
but 2 other guys directed it.
Yeah, but look,
like
one of them was black.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Rodney Rothman.
Yeah,
because I'm looking at the name, I'm like, that sounds like, no, it's not actually.
Oh, it's not?
He looks Jewish.
Rodney?
Yeah.
Well, Rothman. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Peter Ramsey is the black one.
Okay, that's
There you
not
go.
the name I would have guessed.
He looks like. Interesting. He's like,
But I think that's important.
looks like Reggie
Yes.
Fils-Aimé a little bit, almost kind of.
I think that's important for the characters that are in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Got a
I
black
can't wait to
person.
see it.
Yeah, and also fucking the woman from New York Undercover and Dexter's boss.
She's the mother. Yeah,
Yeah, she's the mom.
mother?
Yeah, she's the mom. Yeah.
she's the mother.
Yeah.
Your mother fine, Miles. But yeah, I can't wait for that. Man.
So here's the thing I didn't know before we move on. So Brian Tyree Henry plays his dad, right? The paperboy. Yeah. And so they came to him.
He was probably my favorite part in The Widows. No, his brother was.
Oh yeah. Daniel Kaluuya was awesome.
Kaluuya was fucking.
He's a psychopath.
Psycho.
No, keep right.
I didn't understand half the words he was saying, but it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they,
That movie wasn't good.
just keep stabbing cripples, Daniel Kaluuya. Just keep stabbing cripples.
mean,
that shit was
to see if they can feel it.
Wow, my nigga, like, wait.
Could you not?
Crazy.
Could you not do that? So Brian Tyree Henry was apparently approached to play Miles's dad, and he was like, I'm not old enough to play somebody's father. Like, that seems kind of weird.
Yeah, he's like younger than us, is he not?
I think he's like 36 or something. And they told him, they were like, oh, this is about Miles Morales, the first Black Spider-Man. He's like, no, I'll do it. Like, immediately, he was like, no, I'm all in. So that was cool. And he was very good, actually. I really didn't have a problem with any of the voice acting. I thought everyone was awesome. All right, so did you guys watch anything?
No, nothing new.
Yeah. You and I we have a review coming up, I guess probably next week.
Yeah, because I plan on finishing The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel this weekend.
Yeah, I should probably finish by this weekend too.
And look, spoiler alert for that review. It's good.
It's really good.
It's good.
That show is so fucking great, man.
I watched American Meme on Netflix. It's a
I've seen it on there, but I don't know.
it's a
what it's about.
documentary about basically like internet stars.
Oh,
Internet fame
okay,
and
yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
okay.
They're basically saying that what's her name, Paris Hilton's like the mother of internet fame.
That's
kinda.
probably true, yeah.
And everybody's like aspiring to be because she for nothing.
For nothing, yeah.
Yeah, she.
I mean, at
doesn't-
least
she doesn't
Kim
really
Kardashian
do
sucked a
much.
dick. I mean, like,
I mean, so
No,
Paris
so did she. Yeah, she had.
yeah, but Paris Hilton was popular before the sex tape, wasn't
yeah,
she?
she had One Night in Paris.
Yeah, but that wasn't how she got popular,
That tape
right?
was terrible. But
Yeah, she was not.
she
yeah,
was.
both of them are terrible.
She don't know what she's doing.
I mean, at least back then, Kim Kardashian was like attractive. Paris
Kim
Hilton,
Kardashian is not good either.
no,
Her tape
no.
was terrible as well.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was basically
Ray J
about,
was getting it in.
Yeah, he was trying. But it's basically about like, yo, there was this one model. I think the woman from the Blurred Lines video. What's his name?
Robin Thicke?
Robin Thicke. She would make like $50,000 for one post. You could make up to $50,000 for one post on Instagram.
For doing what? Like
Hawking fucking like a name brand.
slim tummy tea. that's
That she's
the
like 30 pounds. So like, no, not that. But like, if you hawk a
50 grand. Dude, those chicks must be getting paid out the ass for Fashion Nova.
like they make a lot of fucking money, man. It's crazy. But then they also talk about like the perils of it and all that other bullshit.
You're like, yeah, whatever.
yeah, well, how much money you making?
Right? Like Terrence is like, look, like I'll be on Instagram.
Yeah, look, yo, you want me to hawk whatever the fuck you want to hawk for 50 grand for one post? Yes. I don't care what it is. Call me a nigga.
Yeah, right. 50 grand is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for one fucking post.
That's
one.
great. But that means you have to reach a certain level on your own.
You gotta have like a lot. You have to have a certain amount of like followers and all that other shit. It's pretty good actually. Yeah, it's
I'd
wild.
actually probably be
they get
interested to watch
paid to do just the most ridiculous. There's a bunch of people I'd never heard of, and none of them actually heard of, except for Paris Hilton.
But like I remember,
they don't do anything.
I remember like when Vine first came around, there was like a number of those kids who
Like King Doc, he was like, I can retire.
Oh, that dude is super paid.
He's like, I can retire and not do anything else.
Super paid.
I don't have to do anything for the
Like
rest of
all
my
those
life.
movies he's in that are not very good, that he's probably not making a lot of money.
In movies?
Yeah, he was in like 50 Shades of Black and some other horror movie they had. Dude, but they only put... But he, I mean, right, I agree. But they only put him in it because those movies wouldn't do well without like getting that like those Instagram fans to come see it.
Wow.
Yeah, those people they make a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. So when Vine like kind of popped off and those guys became big, when Vine was dying, it was like it was him and Amanda Cerny, who's another, like if you ever watch his videos, she's like the white chick who's in a lot of his videos. She's like a model as well. Her and like 2 or 3 other people in that sphere, they're all like kind of friends. And because they're all in each other's videos and shit. They all went to Vine and they were like, we'll start posting to Vine to fucking lift up the entire platform because people will go and watch it if you pay us like $10 million a piece. And Vine was like, no, we're good. Not, no, that's a ridiculous price. No, we think we're gonna be all right. And Vine literally died within like 3 weeks after that.
Yeah, the Vine is gone.
They're powerful, man.
I believe they all live in like the same area. Like at one point, they all lived like
they in like the same
lived in the same area.
They had like an apartment building or something. Yeah,
and they would just make content and just put it on Vine. That's it, and they make money, a lot of fucking money.
That's wild to me,
and that makes me upset.
Is it because you wish you had talent?
Yes.
Look, me too.
Like it's crazy.
Look, if somebody wants to put us up in an apartment where they're gonna pay us $50,000 a post, guess what, Micah? You, your wife, your new baby, y'all moving in an apartment too. That's what's happening. We got a house. I don't care. Y'all live there on the weekends. We live in this apartment. We making content. Fuck out of here. That's crazy, man. That's nuts.
Just a hawk fucking just name brand shit.
That's it. Look, some of the people
look at
I
these
follow,
sneakers, bam, $50,000.
Look, some of these people that I follow, in that same cohort as them, they're pumping guests. Like guests clearly gave them some sort of contract. They got like fucking guessed out, and they're like, "Oh, guess what?" And then here's a check.
Yeah, it's good though. If you,
I would check.
Feel sad because these niggas will make $50,000 just for posting a post on Instagram.
Hey, get your money. I mean, I can't be too bad. Get your money. All right, make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. Use that link whenever you buy anything on Amazon. We get a little bit of a kickback. You don't pay anything extra, but you could buy some Guess clothes. Do they sell Guess on Amazon? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I buy all my clothes from Target, so I'm not really a fashionista. So.
What is Fashion Nova? I don't know what that is.
Fashion Nova is a women's line of clothes. And they have a men's line.
Yeah, let's say, don't they have a men's line?
Yeah, that Joe Budden refers to as Nigga Nova. He was like, I'm not wearing it.
Yeah. But like, Joe Budden wears anything.
That nigga can't dress. He can't dress. He can't dress for shit. All right, lightning around this week. Terrence.
First up, The Punisher is going to have its final season on Netflix.
Did you say I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. It's coming in January, though. So
okay. You guys ready for this?
I'm going to watch it, yeah. I hope it's like 10 episodes.
We didn't talk about that, but that was apparently something that Marvel and Netflix were fighting over. That Netflix was like, can you just make the season shorter? And they were like, nah.
Yo, we don't need the extra 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of bullshit in between, in the middle of season 1 of The Punisher. Yeah,
of all of them.
Yeah.
They could all be 10 episodes.
But like, it felt worse in The Punisher because it seemed unneeded.
Well, it's because he wasn't murdering people.
A lot of it wasn't focused on the Punisher.
Yeah, it was focused on the chick, right? The FBI agent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you had they had that sort of hard pivot for like an episode or two on the guy who came back, the guy with PTSD.
Yeah. That's right. Because episode 9 is like, when shit kicked off again.
Yeah, he started murdering everybody.
Yeah, like that's what the fuck I'm here
another
for,
fucking 4 episodes. I'm like, yo, we don't need this.
Yeah,
but I still enjoyed it. But it's going to have its last season on Netflix.
I hope it's only 10 episodes.
Yeah,
because I think Iron Fist benefited from having 10 episodes. Season 2. Know. Yeah, well, I don't think anyone's ever going to know. Next up,
Ian Ziering.
Ian,
whatever. I didn't read this. Hold on.
Ian Ziering is
cast as Blue Devil and Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Now, you're the resident expert
Fuck off.
in Swamp Thing.
off.
Who is being your
I don't know
favorite
who
character.
the fuck. Yeah, he's my favorite. I read a Swamp Thing comic book once. It
Who
was
is
good.
Blue Devil?
I have no idea. Some mutant, I assume. Apparently, his name is Daniel. He's a stuntman turned movie star who became semi-famous after playing the demonic Blue Devil. Okay. I don't know anything about this character.
Eventually, Blue Devil sold his soul for fame to the Neron. Unfortunately, he was also betrayed and killed by the Elder Demon. All right, yo. Swamp Thing is dumb. So,
Oh, it's
Swamp
not
Thing.
dumb.
Fuck out of here.
I don't like
I
that
fight for
name.
the trees. Fuck you, yo.
I fight for the trees.
Well, you don't believe in recycling, so you don't give a fuck about nature.
Yeah, come on, man.
Fuck nature.
Yeah, this show is all about recycling. That's what this show is about. It's a nature preserve show. That's fine. Whatever. It's on the DC app. I'm never going to see it.
Yeah, neither am I, unless I find it.
I tried to watch some of the Elseworlds.
Everyone says it's good.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. It's okay.
I mean, at this
You have
point,
to,
you
like,
gotta
if
be
you're
a
not
fan, right?
if you're not into the shows, like, you're just not into the shows, and that's what I realized. I was like, okay, and then they're like, we're going to Gotham, and I was like, all right, next, and I just stopped watching it.
Yeah, I imagine that this is like Christmas for them. This is their fucking Justice League.
Right, and that's why I'm not like bagging on it.
Yeah.
I thought the first episode was like, it was good. I don't care anymore, so I just didn't care. But I think it's the CGI is bothering me, like that fast kind of shaky CGI that they do because they don't have a heavy budget, which is okay. I understand.
Someone, I think it was Steven in our fan group, posted a GIF
Yeah,
of the Flash
of the Flash and his daughter running.
Yo, is this where the technology is for the Flash? When I was watching the Flash, it looked really good.
Nah, no, it didn't.
Like
it didn't.
It looked really good in comparison to.
Well, no. So there's two moments.
They had
like-
King Shark in there, man.
Right,
Like,
but there's-
King
That was
Shark
actually
looked
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah, that looks
solid.
good. But the thing is, there are two very distinct moments in the Flash. Two distinct running moments. There is, or three. There's the lightning bolt, and he's just gone. Right, which is fine.
Yeah.
Right, that's cool. Then there is the CGI'd version of him running when he's
through
like
the
jumping
city.
on a building or like moving, like when King Shark is attacking him. Like that's
Yeah.
they slow it down.
That's a little bit Blade 2-ish.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's a little rubber band man, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's on TV and not too mad about it. Then there's the third one, which is the up close, we're running right now. I'm like, why are you having them stand on a floor and doing this? Put them on a
You can at
treadmill.
least put him on a treadmill.
Just put them on a treadmill and CGI out that, like, you can get a treadmill that doesn't have the fucking front piece, because at least it's a natural run.
they have
look
a treadmill in the show.
Yeah, it's just the treadmill of time. It's a magical treadmill. Like that is true.
But it's just to test how fast he is, right? Isn't that how that works? Or some bullshit like
Yeah,
that?
well,
Or
they
does
have
he
this.
go back? Does he do like space shit?
He can kind of use it as a battery and like power shit with it. I think.
And he can also travel. He can go fast enough to travel to other dimensions. But they don't really do that part. But yeah, I don't know why they don't just put them on a treadmill. Like, I don't know why they look ridiculous.
Yeah, this is kind of odd to me. But
Whatever.
diva actors don't want to.
I would
run. You're on a show you're on a superhero show whose superpower is running.
I nah.
Very
I don't really
fast.
want to run.
Nah, I want to
Maybe they're
I
running.
don't sweat.
Maybe they run like what's his name, Ezra Miller.
Clack.
I mean, look, at least he's running.
I can hear.
Even if it does look like a marionette, at least he's running.
I can hear when I see that Ezra Miller clip, or like as an animated GIF with no audio. All I can hear like clacking, like he's wearing tap shoes. And he's like running. It's so fucking odd.
It's bizarre. Like, who runs like that?
Run
like
big.
someone that's never run before.
Yeah, he's never been forced to actually do any running in real life. All right.
Next up, 6'4" Joel McHale joins the cast of DC's Stargirl.
He's
Who is
6'4"?
Stargirl?
Yeah,
he's tall as shit.
He is very tall.
Wow, I didn't know that.
What is a Stargirl? Because they're not in any of the video games that I play.
Most honest answer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
But
Okay.
I know that he's playing Starman. So
he's playing Starman. Okay.
he's playing the Golden Age hero Starman.
Upcoming Stargirl series on the DC Universe. I'm
never gonna watch this.
Service has just added an important new character, as the Variety is reporting. Yeah, Joe McHale's going to be Starman.
Okay, so here you go.
Starman.
Starman. Stargirl.
Joel Starman, attorney at law, DDS.
Stargirl will focus on Courtney Whitmore, a high school sophomore who inspires an unlikely group of young heroes to stop the villains of the past in the series' official description. This is the first mention of other young heroes on the show, so expect more familiar faces to pop up when Stargirl premieres late in 2019. Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Don't know where
Next story, Brian Staff. I don't know who that is either. Is going to be playing Wildcat in Stargirl. What the fuck is Stargirl?
This looks like a fake ass Black Panther.
Yeah, I'm offended.
I think
I'm offended. I don't care if he came first.
I don't think he came first at all. But I think he is very much his
Actually,
own
he
character.
probably did. Better known as Ted Grant, the founding member of the Justice Society of America, introduced in 1964, was previously updated into as a Star City Gym owner and ex-vigilante.
I remember seeing him
Ted
in
Grant, J.R. Ramirez.
Yeah, he was on Arrow as well.
I remember seeing that character in Justice League Unlimited. That's where all my DC knowledge comes from. You're right. When did he debut? 1964?
64.
He beat Black Panther by 2 years.
Oh, see? They copied him.
Yeah, Black Panther copied Wildcat, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how that worked.
Okay, white people just can't have nothing.
Y'all steal
We're
from
better
us.
at everything.
I'm sure they're like, y'all steal from us all the time. Yeah, we do. Sorry, you got one.
I'm trying to find out who Stargirl is.
I told you.
She was the second Star Spangled Kid. Apparently, she has like a robot.
Allow me to do what you did to me earlier. You could just stop right there. Let me Mortal Engines this shit real quick. Let's just move on.
She was created by Jeff Johns and David Goyer, so never mind then. I don't like David Goyer.
Wait.
Yeah, that David Goyer.
That David Goyer.
Oh, so Wildcat was first? Because David Goyer could not have.
No, he didn't.
Back in 1964.
No. Just this iteration of Stargirl.
Oh, okay. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Whatever.
the Courtney Whitmore character came out in 1999.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Nobody cares.
I don't know who that is. But it's going to be on the WB, whatever the fuck.
No. This is the DC
DC
streaming service. Yeah. Look, they're trying to get people to buy in. I want, you know what? While you're doing the next story, I want to find out how many members they have.
Next
That is
one.
like, how much is it? Did the price go down yet? Can I get it now?
How much was it? $9.99?
I don't
7?
know. Something
8?
like 7, 8. I don't know. It was too close to double digits. I'm not paying double digits.
I don't. I saw one episode of Titans. I didn't hate it, but I haven't watched it since.
Was it the Fuck Batman episode?
Yeah, it was the first episode. Yeah.
Okay. What is the context of fucking Batman?
He beat a bunch of people to death in an alleyway.
Robin or
And
Batman?
what happened in that sequence was he comes from the sky, whatever, and he beats the shit out of people. Well, before he beats the shit out of them, he goes. One of the guys is like, "Is that Batman?"
Oh, and he's all
like,
bitter and
he's
shit.
mad
like,
about
fuck Batman.
Yeah.
Do I look like Batman to you?
Like,
bitch.
Yeah, dog.
He hears one of the guys say, "Batman's here" or some shit like that, and he proceeds to murder several people, and then he goes, "Fuck Batman."
All right.
He drags a person's face along a fucking broken windshield.
God damn.
Or like side window, sorry. I think it was very violent.
The Punisher? God damn.
Yeah. Pretty much. I was like, this is unnecessary, but okay, cool.
Okay, Robin.
Right. Next up, Scott Derrickson is going to be directing Doctor Strange 2. He directed the first one.
He looks like Doctor Strange.
What, Scott Derrickson?
Yeah, he does. Like, he looks like he could play Doctor Strange himself. Just take your glasses off. He does. By the way, DC streaming service is $7.99. Or you can pay $75 annually.
No.
Yeah,
He kind of does.
Yeah, you can play.
He's got the goatee.
I wonder if he was just like,
And the
since I'm
glasses.
directing this, why don't I just go full on?
Let's see.
That's fine.
You say you directed the first one?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
All right, well, good. I'm fine. I enjoyed.
Yeah, that first one was trippy.
I enjoyed Doctor Strange way more than I think I should have.
I thought it was fine. It felt. I'm looking forward to the sequel because I felt the first one was too much just magical Iron Man. Like he needs to kind of. I mean, I know he is ultimately, but he needs to have a story all his own. Right, his origin story was like just too similar. I thought, but I look forward to the second one. I mean, it's not like Marvel ever takes their foot off the gas, so I'm sure they'll make it great.
Yeah,
So we'll see. I'm interested to see who they use as the villain.
Mordo.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because he went bad.
No more sorcerers.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Next up.
Next.
Yo, what if they get that?
Birds of Prey is going to have Victor Zsasz as a villain in the movie, played by Chris Messina. I don't know who that is. He was in a show called Sharp Objects.
Yeah, I know this
anyone know who that
actor.
I think I've seen him before.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, you definitely have.
It looks like Ari Melber.
He kind of does actually. He was on the show with Mindy Kaling.
Oh, as the love interest?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
He looks
like-
like a creep.
I can't remember the name of it now. The Mindy Project.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually really funny on that show. He's a good actor. So
So he's going to be playing the psychopath Victor Zsasz.
yeah,
You know about Victor Zsasz, Terrence?
I've seen him in cartoons.
Victor Zsasz, you see all those markings on him. Each
That's
one
how
of
he
those
was killed,
markings is a kill.
So he's like, what's his name?
Killmonger is like him.
yeah, that's kind of they pulled that from him basically. So that's cool. Apparently, he will be working alongside Ewan McGregor's Black Mask.
Yeah, I kind of like that, right? Like this guy is kind of like a serial killer, so they can play him kind of like a Jack the Ripper type. And since this film stars a bunch of women, right? Like
There you go.
that's perfect heat.
It's like a trigger,
Yeah,
if you will. Yeah.
yeah. Like, and then you can
Beat
see
the
him
piss out of
overcome. You could see them overcome that shit.
Yeah, kick the shit out
Kick
of
the
him.
shit out of him.
Yeah, because he got it. Oh, they gonna beat the brakes off this dude.
This dude is gonna be a metaphor for every white man in Hollywood, yo.
As they're kicking his head in against a car, like, listen, Harvey Weinstein.
Right, this guy's
Victor
name is gonna be Victor Harvey Weinstein Zsasz.
Yeah. No, they go whoop that ass, and that's fine. I'm okay with it. I'm more than okay.
I am perfectly fine with that. And last up, Ray Parker is not going to be returning as Snake Eyes in the upcoming Solo movie. That doesn't need to exist, but that's fine.
Okay, so I saw a couple of people were like, Ray Park's not going to be Snake Eyes. I'm not seeing it.
Wait, you didn't see Ray Park?
Was Ray Park the dude from that Star Wars movie?
Yeah, Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like,
I think you're forgetting his cinematic opus, his starring role as Toad in the X-Men franchise.
What happens when a toad gets struck by lightning?
Your career dies.
Yeah, that was one of the worst lines in the movie ever.
it's one of the worst lines, but it's also one of the worst delivered lines. Like, Joss Whedon shouldn't be proud of writing that line.
He wrote that?
He wrote that particular line.
Has he come out and be like, yeah, I'm sorry?
He came out and he was like, yeah, it's not a great line, but he was like, that is not how I meant that to be delivered by me.
Right. It was supposed to
fucked
be
it up,
like,
Ollie.
you know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning? Bam! Same thing happened to everything else. Stupid.
Right. Right, but instead it was dun 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 dun
It was like a
dun.
fucking
It's like Halle Berry watched the 90s cartoon of Storm and wanted to deliver her lines with gravitas. Like, all right, yo.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be
fucking
really a
bad.
sharp line. The same thing that
The
happens.
same thing that happens to everything else.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing?
What the fuck is going on, man?
That movie was bad. That movie was bad. It was great at its time, but no. In hindsight,
Yeah,
2000,
It didn't
the 2000s
It didn't-
superhero
it didn't
movies,
age. It didn't
like
age.
it was a rocky period, man. Like superhero movies were kind of getting their feet wet. They were learning how to walk and shit. Can't hold their big ass heads up, so they're running too fast, and then they fall down, and then they grow up.
Little box adventure situation,
right? And then they fucking grow up, and then they mature, and then all right, now you can vote and shit, and now all right, good, boy. I remember back in the day. I remember you when you was a little kid. That's how superhero movies are and shit.
Yeah, that's true. And then every once in a while, you get an adult who acts like just a fucking child. That would be Venom.
Right.
You know, it's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah, and some people, for some reason, people
Like a
just give a
fucking
pass.
trust fund kid.
Yeah, exactly.
He just made a whole bunch of money for nothing.
Yeah, Venom is basically Venom suffers from affluenza. that's who that kid is.
And Daredevil is like that tween age where everybody's all fucking angsty and shit.
Listen to Linkin Park all the time.
Yeah, Evanescence.
I actually like Evanescence.
Yeah, I figured you did. Don't tell me you had an album of that.
No, I didn't.
I was like,
I did not. I did not.
I was like, yo, if you about to say, I was like, get out. I was like,
That 15% probably jumped up to 20.
yeah, dude.
No, I can honestly say with 100% certainty.
Keep going. Nah,
did
yo,
not
if you
have
said you had
Evanescence.
an Evanescence, I was like,
No,
God,
I didn't. But I do enjoy some of their songs.
Look, you couldn't help it.
You can't help it.
You couldn't help
The chick
it.
can sing.
Yeah, she can. She can.
She got a really good voice. Moving on.
Please,
Because
quickly.
what the fuck? That's my what the fuck section. We don't need that one.
Let's talk about Evanescence. Let's not talk about Evanescence.
I'd rather read. Can you cut that?
Nope. I don't have an ability to edit, so
I don't believe you,
yeah.
but that's fine.
I'd have to do
looking-
video and audio. It's damn near impossible.
I'm looking at this picture of Snake Eyes, and I'm creeped out by the lips. But
I just noticed that today too. I was like, ugh.
yeah, I remember the lips, and I didn't like it before. I don't
Why
like
is there
it now.
lips on like the Power Rangers outfit?
And
yeah.
those
same
weird
way.
I noticed this tattoo, and I'm very curious because someone very special to you has this exact tattoo.
It's not the same one, but I will explain it to you. So that's a funny
Yo,
story.
this looks really fucking weird. The lips.
The lips are fun because it's supposed to be a mask. You
You don't need lips on
like-
a mask, nigga. Like, what, you're not talking.
He's a mute. What the fuck? Yeah, outside of that, it looks fine. Although it's like weirdly rubber, and that's strange. But so yeah, so that logo is the Chinese. It's part of a series of symbols called the I Ching, or I Ching, I think. And my wife got a tattoo very similar to this, right? And it's like there are 46 different variations of that. And when she was like, "Oh, this is a tattoo I'm thinking about getting," and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, no." And hers means the need for a teacher, right? Because she's an educator. And so I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." And she was like, "Why do you keep saying it like that?" Because I'm trying to hold it down, but I'm terrible at it. And I was like,
Are you sure it doesn't mean knowing is half the battle?
and I just I looked it up on my phone. I was like, "It's weird because it looks like this." And she was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "It's from G.I. Joe." She was like, "Fuck." So yeah, so his I forget what exactly Snake Eyes means, but it's a series of progressions, and then like the final one means like revolution or something like that. So like they actually have meaning. So I'm sure if you looked up his, it would probably make sense. So yeah, I think it's called the I Ching, and it's like 46 or 47 different symbols.
So yeah, Ray Park, the person you did not see in the movie at all, is not going to be returning as Snake Eyes. Because whatever.
I mean, here's the thing: any great martial artist can play Snake Eyes. Who cares? Like, and people are like, "Well, what if you see his face?" Yo, Ray Park is like 58 years old. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? No, you would pick a younger guy. So just pick a young martial artist. You can just find anyone. Can they use a sword? Yes. Can they point a gun? Yes. Okay. Then
Hey, put Michael J. White in the goddamn outfit.
he's too whatever. He's way too big.
He's way too big. He's a ninja.
He's
fast.
roadblock.
He's very.
I think it's too big for that.
You're right. But he's super fast, you know?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but that's scary.
Yeah, you shouldn't be that fast and that big.
And that big.
No. Like you got to be one. You got to be one or the other. Like, did you find it? What it meant?
Water and fire.
So is that that specifically his?
I think so. I don't know.
It looks
No,
similar, but that's not it.
that's not it. I'll see if I can find it later on. Next up, movie and TV news this week. Yeah, this is interesting. These are details on the upcoming Pennyworth TV show. This is where they will be focusing in on Batman's butler, like back in the day.
Is this going to be on the DC
No,
app?
no, this is going to be on Epix. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. It's one step over from Crackle.
And Crackle is free.
Yeah, I know. I don't know anyone who watches anything on Epix.
I don't know what Epix is.
I assume there is a Roku channel, but I don't know if it's free or not.
I don't think Epix is free.
Oh, then why are you even making this?
Let me see something.
So, all right. So let me read a little bit of this. The world of Pennyworth is something unique in and of itself. It's a weird mishmash of an alternate reality post-World War II dystopic Britain, neon-soaked streets outside nightclubs, and high society. The show is a no-holds-barred, R-rated, swearing, gore, violence, sex, and all prevalent in the world of Pennyworth. That may seem like a weird choice for a show based on Batman's butler. Yeah, it is. But in my opinion, it works wonders. It does just enough to separate itself from the likes of Gotham and Titans, to feel like its own thing. Everyone talks like there's a 1960s era Britain using appropriate language like oi and skullduggery. It should be skullduggery, not diggery, I think. It's strange. I haven't ever really seen a show like that before. The closest approximation I can provide is something like Peaky Blinders, but even that's different to what Pennyworth presents.
Sounds like someone wanted to create a show that was a Cockney version of a lowbrow James Bond.
Yeah.
And decided, hey, maybe we can slap this license on it and get a couple more eyeballs over to Epix.
Yeah. No, I think that's exactly correct. Like I guess to me it just doesn't feel like this is genuine at all.
Yeah.
Just slap Pennyworth, Alfred Pennyworth on the.
Because here's the thing, like that sounds fine, but because Alfred Pennyworth is attached to it, I'm kind of not interested. Whereas if this was just some random ass show, I'd probably check it out. I don't know, man.
Epix is actually a cable station. I didn't know that.
There you go.
But you can get it for $9.99 a month.
No, I ain't paying for Epix.
So there you go.
Getting back to Snake Eyes thing, that's hexagram 63, which means already forwarding. Other variations include after completion and already completed or already done.
No, that doesn't make sense at all.
I guess his training is that he's done.
Is he a black belt?
I don't know. I guess once you get a mask that presses against your lips so tightly that you could talk, you're already done.
That mask is unsettling.
It is.
It just is. I don't
I
like
remember
it.
seeing it in the theater. I was just like, what the fuck is this, yo? Meanwhile, you got a guy who can talk, but talks poorly as his teacher. Snake Eyes, you and Storm Shadow. Like, what the fuck, yo?
Are you saying that he didn't work well as the blind master?
No, he didn't look good as the blind master.
He looked like he was in the worst cosplay I've ever seen.
Yo, I gotta find that shit. It was pretty terrible. But
So you're not amped for Pennyworth?
no, like I mean, I guess that's not fair if I'm going around saying that
come on,
I would
man.
watch it.
I'm
Yo,
looking at the pictures now.
Yo, I thought he looked dope.
That's offensive, yo.
Why?
Look at this nigga, yo. He got like white eyebrows and everything. All the rest of his hair is black,
He's the blind
and he's got
master.
like the Fu Manchu mustache with a goatee.
He's obsessed with being Asian.
Yeah, he wants to be Asian so bad, and he's got a scar.
Yeah. From I don't know.
Who the fuck thought that was a good idea?
I think he probably did the soundtrack and was like, My
Let me
obligation.
be in the movie.
He's like, if you want these hot beats, like I have to be blind master. Like, no.
Meanwhile, that's the blind master.
Nah, that looks accurate.
I mean, it's kind of accurate.
Nah, it's not.
That looks like the Rock's dad.
Yes, thank you. It looks like Rocky Johnson. That's
It
what
looks
that
like
looks
Judge Joe Brown. Wow. Is he still alive? Does he still have a show?
I
don't even
think
know
he
anymore.
does still have a show.
Okay.
Did he get in trouble though?
I don't know. What did he
Like
do?
for tax evasion or some shit?
black man. He probably
He's a
Yo,
man
my
from Chicago.
my grandmother when she was alive, she used to love her some Judge Joe Brown. I think if Judge Joe Brown came to the house, she'd be like, I gotta go. But she loved that dude, man. She was all about it. Here's another thing about Pennyworth. Moving on to the story of Pennyworth, the main impetus of the show is that the Raven Society, a secretive group akin to the Court of Owls, mixed with the Illuminati and the Falcone crime family, need to capture Thomas Wayne. Alfred Pennyworth, bouncing one nightclub at a time. Wait, he's about? All right. Runs into Wayne and his sister. As such, the Ravens, through Bet Sykes and Harwood, try to get Pennyworth to give up Wayne's location. They kidnap Esme and use her as leverage. Essentially, the entire episode, excluding the setup, is focused on Alfred using any means necessary to get her back. Ever since the war, Alfred has been avoiding life of violence and bloodshed, only using his skills for security. But the scenario throws him right back into the fray, almost like Robin in the new Titans series. Oh, good. I love the choice to have Alfred be a hardened war veteran who gets pulled back into the life of murder and violence. There are multiple scenes where we see Alfred let loose his unmatched skill in combat, and they are just amazing. It's bloody, brutal, and fueled by strong pacing and character development. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Look, I know it isn't because character development isn't even a thing they talked about until all the way at the end after bloody violence.
the last two words of the paragraph.
Right, of two paragraphs, by the way, because they've been talking about blood and violence in the other one I read.
Look, Alfred, as a character, he is a spy, right?
Yeah,
he
he's
was a
interesting.
spy, and he was a classically trained actor that, he used that to help him do his spy thing. He was way more of, not even like a James Bond, like I don't know. I don't know any spies off the top of my head, but he was like a gentleman spy. Which is why he was, and he could fight. But all this fucking gore, violence. It's got violence and gore. It's got violence and gore, guys. Watch it because it's got violence and gore.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to watch
for-
Alfred punch someone in the face and break their nose.
Can't wait to watch
Or shoot someone in the
Batman's
head.
surrogate father.
Murder people.
Yeah,
Who often reminds him about not killing people.
Right.
That's kind of a thing.
Don't forget your lunch, sir. Oh, yeah? Don't forget your lunch or I'll bash your fucking brains in. Like, what the fuck?
Like, who's the meathead they're going to get to play Alfred Pennyworth, right?
Vinnie Jones.
You know what? Fuck it.
Yo,
you know what? That's fine.
Whatever.
That's fine.
Bullet Tooth Tony.
Yo,
Yeah.
if they
You know
get
what? That would-
Bullet Tooth Tony to be Alfred Pennyworth. I'm going to have to watch it, yo.
I got to see one
I
episode.
got to watch at least one.
That dude, by the way, is never acting in movies. Like, that's just who he is.
That's just who he is.
Yeah.
Wasn't he an actual bouncer?
He was a soccer player.
That thing is huge.
Yeah, he was just a fucking
Was he a
bruiser.
fucking enforcer?
He was.
Okay.
Yeah, he kind of was. Like that. It's like, ha ha ha! I'm not really acting. This is me for real. Like, yeah, all those Bullet Tooth Tony shit. They just gave him a prop gun. Like, that's who he is in life. Next up, I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on this, Micah. Rami Malek in the running to be the next Bond villain.
I'm fine with that. I think Rami Malek is what's his name is doing it again, right?
Sam Mendes?
No.
Daniel Craig. Yeah, this is the last one. Yeah.
I want him to play him like he played fucking Freddie Mercury.
I want him to play him like he plays fucking Elliot from Mr. Robot. That would be weird.
Minus the teeth. You think that would be interesting?
No, keep the
You gotta
teeth.
keep the key.
Yeah, he's probably
As a matter of
British.
fact,
British,
as a matter of fact, don't play him like Freddie Mercury, but keep the teeth.
You know what? That's fine. You can play him. You can keep the teeth. Play him like Elliot from Mr. Robot,
There
but
you
with
go.
the giant teeth.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's a good actor, and I like the idea of heroes and villains being opposite of one another. You know what I mean? Like,
He's not really a physical villain.
yeah, he's not.
No, not at all.
Right. So
Not compared to Daniel Craig.
but you have to be able to the character has to be written so well that he has to outsmart James Bond at every turn, right?
Right.
And then James Bond will have to actually think his way through a problem instead of bashing it. Like once he thinks his way through a problem, then your reward is bashing the guy's face in.
Yeah, no, that feels fair.
And but yeah, why not?
All right. I like this idea. It's out of the box, but I like it. So we'll see.
I'm very curious as to what he would be, though.
Yeah. Next up. Oh no. Wait. I said something very wrong. No, Sam Mendes is not directing this. Cary Fukunaga is directing this.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He did
True Detective.
True Detective.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big deal.
That's dope.
I look forward to that. Next up. Okay. They're rebooting the Toxic Avengers over at Legendary.
I don't know what this is.
Isn't that Trauma?
Yeah, it's a trauma film.
Isn't this Swamp Thing?
No, this is what happens when you don't recycle.
I used to get them mixed up. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean,
I
Swamp Thing is not
and
a
fucking Toxic Avenger with the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
It's a 100 pounds of nerd.
Is James Gunn going to be writing this?
I wouldn't be surprised if he has some level of involvement.
Like producing.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised. So Trauma Entertainment's Toxic Avengers has been optioned for a live action film reboot. Although Trauma will be not producing the film themselves, Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hers are signed on as producers alongside Legendary's Alex Garcia and Jay Eschenfelter.
What is the Toxic Avenger?
So he's a nerd who gets hit by like toxic sludge or something, and then becomes
into like a vat of toxic sludge by some like bullies or something.
Yeah, some
You
shit
mean
like
it
that.
didn't blind him and give him superpowers?
Well, it gave him
He got
superpowers.
thrown into it, like his whole body.
Yeah, no, he gets superpowers.
You mean it
but he
didn't-
looks like that.
It didn't turn his skin white and his hair green, and he still looks like a normal guy just with pale skin?
No,
it's
Trauma
like-
was like, this is what would really happen.
What happens when you get thrown into a vat of chemicals?
Yeah,
He's like, you remember the guy in RoboCop? Yeah, pretty much that. Like, this is what happened. But like, he's strong, and
I've
it's
seen
goofy.
those movies
I've seen bits and pieces of the Toxic Avenger. I used to watch the cartoon,
because they used to come on USA all the time. If you remember that, Toxic Avenger.
the live action movie.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I don't remember.
it
It
used to
on.
come on USA up all night, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
because it's pretty out there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like all those Trauma films used to come on USA back in the day.
Yeah, you can't put those on like regular times.
No,
Why does he have a mop, yo?
That's
because
his
he was
weapon.
a janitor.
Yeah, he was a janitor. You don't remember the cartoon?
You've never seen the Toxic Avenger?
I do not remember.
The cartoon?
Nope.
The cartoon was pretty popular, as I recall.
The Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Toxie.
Yeah, I used to watch the cartoon as well.
Yeah, the cartoon was dope. I mean,
It wasn't, but
it was
that's
fine.
fine.
I mean, this is like looking at this image. It's pretty fucked up. Like,
It's got one giant.
yeah, it's pretty fucked up. I can't believe Legendary is actually gonna do this.
Yeah, I want them to lean completely into this now.
Oh, you have to.
yeah,
you have
it's the
to.
Toxic Avenger, yo. Come on.
I can't believe you never saw
I
this
don't
cartoon.
remember none of this shit.
You've never seen at least the cartoon?
Nope.
Because the movie was way before the cartoon.
Well,
and I don't even know
there's
why the fuck they created a cartoon.
There's
but
a
like,
black guy. There's a guy with there's a bro dog with like a green head next to him. There's a woman with an accordion.
Oh yeah,
And then there's like a dog.
yeah. The Toxic Crusaders.
Yeah.
I remember the theme song and everything.
How's the
I'm not
theme
going to
song
sing
go?
it. Fuck you. Like,
That's
how
a
it
weird
goes.
theme song.
Yeah, it's a very strange. No, they just say
Doesn't seem
Toxic
like for kids at
Crusaders
all.
repeatedly. That's basically it.
Old Toxic.
How old is he? Why does he have a baseball cap on back?
Well, that's a new interpretation. That's a Toxic Avenger for a new generation. That's a millennial Toxic Avenger. He likes avocados.
Like a post-millennial. Post-millennial or whatever.
Post-millennials. I cannot believe you never saw the cartoon.
Nah, why is Farouk Assad and his Jewish friend just kind of chilling?
Oh, yo, this. I'm looking at a clip of this.
Oh, that's wildly unacceptable. Don't ever try to host the Oscars because they're gonna come for you.
Apparently.
They got some apologies to make.
He's like a nerd that was being made fun of. He jumps out a window and lands in the vat of acid. He's got a tutu on.
Yeah, because that was part of his little costume. All right, let's
fucking wild.
Yeah. The trauma films again are very, very silly. All right, next up, Disney has officially announced the cast of the Mandalorian TV show. The cast is really interesting, but so are the people behind the scenes as well. So check this cast out. Pedro Pascal is leading, which we had already suspected. Gina Carano is going to be in it, which we also suspected. But then Giancarlo Esposito is in it. Carl Weathers from fucking Predator. Werner Herzog and Nick Nolte. That's a pretty good cast, especially fucking Werner Herzog.
Wait, isn't he a director?
Yeah, he does some acting as well.
Oh,
and he does some voice work for like documentaries too. And then behind the scenes, it's being executive produced by Kathleen Kennedy, which isn't that surprising. But additional episodic directors include Deborah Chow from Jessica Jones, Rick Famuyiwa from Dope, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Taika Waititi.
Man, they
wow,
throwing a lot of money at this thing.
Yeah, like that was like everybody was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's some big names, man.
This
Those are
TV
really
show?
good directors.
Yeah. But what's cool is I know like Taika Waititi and Rick Famuyiwa are both like big Star Wars fans, but this is a cool way for them to do stuff in the Star Wars universe without getting the reins of a whole movie and like that,
or having the fucking backlash of fucking ridiculous fans.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like instead of having to deal with that, you could do a couple episodes and see if you like it, and maybe you want to jump out there later on or something like that. But you're already a part of that, and I'm sure. I didn't realize Bryce Dallas Howard did directing. That's kind of interesting. But I mean, she could ask her dad.
Like, who's her dad?
Ron Howard.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought you was about to say I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I was like, yo, come on, yo.
Yo, come on.
I know who Obi is, goddammit.
He has other credits as a director. Nah, nigga, you Opie forever.
He's Opie.
I mean, he
Opie
is.
Cunningham. Fuck that nigga, yeah. I didn't know that.
What a very hard stance towards Opie Cunningham. Opie Cunningham, fuck that nigga. What did I do?
Yeah. Wow, I didn't know that. I really did not.
I didn't find that out until like a number of months ago. I think it was Andy was like, yeah, that's, or it was either you or Andy was like, yeah, that's Ron Howard's daughter. I was like, I don't know. I was like, she just looks like Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, I don't know the difference.
She looks like the middle Pokemon to like Jessica Chastain's Fully Realized.
She's like Jessica Chastain with a little bit more weight.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I didn't know she was doing directing, so that's kind of cool. And again, Deborah Chow from Jessica Jones, so that's cool. All right. And also Dave Filoni, who did I guess a number of episodes or all the episodes for Star Wars Rebels, is directing the first episode and serving as the executive producer. But of course, the show is being written and executive produced by Jon Favreau. So. Again,
where's this show going to be?
This, I think, Disney Plus.
When the fuck is this shit coming out?
Disney Plus comes out like sometime in the first, or I think
January?
early no, I don't think it's January. I think it's like March or something. It's like pretty fast. I don't know when this comes out though. I have no idea.
I just want to know when the service is coming out.
Why don't you have a computer there?
Nope.
You just want to complain about it?
Yep.
All right.
I'm on the internet. It's what I do.
Yeah. I mean,
congrats.
That's what it's made for.
Yep.
Apparently.
It's the only thing it's made for.
For bitching and complaining.
Why is this when you can literally just look for it? You can literally type the question into your search bar
Yeah,
And
you don't even have to have any like a special way of phrasing it. You could just ask it. People are the worst. They ruin everything.
They have microphones on the search bars now. You can literally just ask it. You don't even have to type it.
Computer, tell me stuff.
Yeah, use it all the time.
Next up, don't expect the Defenders on Disney streaming service anytime soon. According to Variety, Netflix and Disney had a deal that if there was shows Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and I assume the Punisher as well, if they ever get canceled, which they all are, they have to be. They can't go to another service or anything for 2 years.
All right. I'm fine with that.
That doesn't feel like that big of a deal to me.
No, there's other stuff that we can worry about.
2 years off? That's like between movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like, personally, I thought they came back rather quickly.
Yes, I thought they came back too fast.
Yeah. Which is why, Luke Cage was... I think the second season was better than the first, personally.
It was, but the beginning was...
Overall,
The tail end was a lot better than the...
Yeah.
To me.
I think all three of us agree with that.
Daredevil season 3 was amazing. Season 2 was...
not good.
Yeah, it wasn't all great.
That came back way too fast.
About the other two.
Yeah.
I didn't see Jessica Jones or Iron Fist.
Yeah.
And the Avengers or the Defenders was terrible to me.
Yes.
I tried to watch the Defenders. I couldn't get through that either.
Yeah.
So.
But it was I think your point it stands pretty well, which is they came back too fast.
Yeah.
They didn't give them time to develop good stories. And I think that's why Luke Cage might have felt a little rushed in the beginning because they were probably like, hurry up. And then it was like, okay, maybe we have a little bit more time. And then they kind of took their time to ease out the story a little bit more as it went on. Because it's just super obvious. Like after like episode 5, it's like, oh.
Yeah, it picks up.
But everyone's like, everybody just calm down. What are we rushing to? And then they took their time to the end. So yeah, 2 years is fine. I'm cool with that. So basically, all the other shows have been Daredevil, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage have been canceled in 2018, so they could come back as early as 2020, and then Jessica Jones and The Punisher presumably will be canceled in 2019.
It'll be canceled 2 weeks after the final episode.
Shit, they may announce it even sooner than that. Like, I'm sure they'll come out,
but like during the
yeah, they're like, are you enjoying this?
Like, this is good, but this is the last one on Netflix, my nigga.
I feel like they'll leave it for a month
before killing it,
before announcing it.
Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, you gotta give them time to like let people see it because they gotta make money too.
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
people are gonna watch it regardless. People binge it the first day. Like they could literally bring it out the first day and say it's canceled.
They could. I mean,
at this point, everyone fucking knows.
Right. There's not like, I wonder, are they going to keep Jessica Jones? No, they're not. They're not. Like, Punisher's going to go, like you said, Punisher's final season premieres in January. Like, it's fine. So, we don't know what's going to happen, but more on that later. Next up, that's it.
That's it.
So, actually, I moved this. Let's do question of the week. Micah, do you want to take that?
With the shows being contractually obligated to not continue elsewhere for 2 years, what's Disney's best move for Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Punisher, and Iron Fist? Roderick says animated shows to keep the interest high and do whatever it takes to keep the women from Luke Cage and Iron Fist on board. Collectively, they were the best part of those shows. You are correct, sir. Leopoldo says, back before most of us were born, Marvel had a series called Spotlight. Turn that sumbitch into a TV series with a bunch of standalone stories featuring characters they want to test. If that show lasts 2 seasons, then you have the perfect vehicle to reintroduce the Netflix heroes and, most importantly, bring Vincent D'Onofrio's Fisk, one of the best and well-acted Marvel villains. It's a shame that to let that go to waste. Anthony says, make a new Marvel vs. Capcom game so Terrence will know who people are.
Yeah, because you know what? You're right.
Was that your first exposure to Iron Fist, Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
Yes.
All right.
He was pretty good too.
Yeah, he was a record character.
Yeah,
which is weird in that hyper ass fighting game to me. But
he was good. Like if you learn how to use him, he's pretty good. It took some effort though.
Well, there you go. That's why I'm out. Amir says buy Netflix and air the shows whenever they want.
I mean, they could, but don't do that.
C says print comic books and wait, and once the wait is over, make new shows. If the original main stars can come back, continue the original continuities. If not, recast and start anew. Man, folks would prefer a new Iron Fist anyway. Brian says, does it even matter? Most of the shows have gone 18 months between seasons as it was. What's an extra 6? They can start production on whichever was the first one canceled by the end of next year to air in mid-2020. That was Brian V. Brian J says, chill out for that time, do their other shows that they have planned, then do a little revamping or recasting if they feel it's necessary. I'd like to see them all come back. There were different things to like about each of them. I'd say Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Punisher are the stronger shows for sure, if they decide to bring back some and not others. Jose says, just have them appear in other shows and in some of the street level movies.
No, they can't do that.
Movies? Yeah, they can't do that at all, right? Like,
yeah, the characters cannot. They can't show up at all. So no cameos anywhere.
CJ says, I'm tapped out. I am not for Disney destroying what Netflix has created. Dark, complex characters with nudity, profanity, and violence. Disney is going to destroy it, and I am not for it. Will not be supporting Fosney's BS.
Yeah, the problem is it wasn't Disney who did this. It was Netflix who did this. But
I don't think they're going to destroy it.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it's going to be on Disney Plus.
No, I think there's a higher chance it goes to Hulu, to be honest.
And it's fine.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Are we pretending like even if it went to Disney Plus, like
that they wouldn't do that?
It doesn't need to be brutally violent to be good. You know how I know? We watch all of these movies all the time, and they're not.
Yeah.
Like you could redo
no blood in any one of them.
Actually, none of those, aside from maybe Jessica Jones, would have had like pretty hard like storylines. They weren't super violent.
Like, well, I would argue
Daredevil. Like you're forgetting about Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil.
Oh yeah, you're right. Daredevil
is super violent.
Yeah,
and it's not like
blood.
It's not like fantastical violence. It's like bludgeoning violence.
Yeah,
like shit that anybody can do.
Daredevil, Fisk smashed a dude's skull.
And then the Punisher.
Well, that might be a little.
I mean,
more.
well, you can't not do the Punisher violent. Like I love Punisher Warzone.
Right. It's a good look. It's a good time.
Everyone likes trash.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Fitting.
Luke Cage.
Yeah, Punisher Warzone
Luke Cage wasn't really that violent.
Luke Cage wasn't violent.
No, Punisher Warzone is the Fallout 76 fucking movie. It's ridiculous.
That movie's fucking awesome, yo.
God damn it, Frank.
Dirk says, let's see. It depends really, but assuming that the contract is lead character specific, I'd watch Patsy Walker, a.k.a. Hellcat, Heroes for Hire, and Elektra Assassin. So this person is saying that they can loophole it by having spin-off characters from those shows.
I feel like you don't know what a lawyer is. Nah, yo. They're not trying to hear, just not those. No, all of the characters.
You said those characters. If I want to make a Hellcat movie, I should be able to make a Hellcat movie. Maybe
Jessica Jones could be in the background. She's just fighting in the back, not talking.
If I want to make a Foggy and Karen TV show, I will make a Foggy and Karen TV show.
A procedural coming to USA this month.
Like Bangers and Mash.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the name of that show, actually?
Franklin and Bash.
I really don't even know.
Again, I think I had a solid TV show idea. I stick by that. If Hollywood is listening, Bangers and Mash is a fucking hit.
Michael says, since Disney is partnered with ABC, I'm going to have to say Dancing with the Stars.
Big ass Mike Coulter.
The nigga can't dab.
Right, he can't dab.
Like I can't imagine what he would look like on a dance floor.
He's gonna be shooting his shot with his fucking partner. Oh, you need to calm down, bro. With all that shooting your shot shit.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
See, they should have. Oh, see, that was a perfect opportunity to toss his ass. Like, we don't like what you're saying. We're gonna have to hire someone else. Yeah, they could have canned Mike Coulter right then. Me too. You got me too. I'm sorry. This is over for you.
Khalif says, use the time stone and stop the cancellation of Daredevil. Lisa says,
damn, he didn't even say nothing about the other series. He didn't say shit about the. It's like, yeah,
Look, I did enjoy the second season of Luke Cage, but
I mean,
like if it
Mike Coulter got to go. You know?
Well, here's the thing: if it doesn't come back, it just doesn't come back.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right. I mean, look, I want Misty Knight to come back.
Yeah,
but it's a sacrifice I'm gonna have to make.
I'm not like if they were like, we're not making Luke Cage anymore. I'd be like, is Black Panther getting a sequel? That's
make
fine.
Misty Knight though.
yeah she's cool. She got the arm at this point.
You got to give her the gold arm, man.
Yeah, man.
You got to give her the
we
gold
were robbed of our golden arm.
I feel like that's the one
Wu
thing.
Tang member, by the way.
Is there a Wu Tang member named Goldie Arm?
Golden arms.
Those niggas are so ridiculous.
Are you serious?
Yes.
There's so many members of Wu Tang that they've been out for 20 fucking years.
I thought
and
it
we
was
don't even
like
know
the
that.
9 of them. Like,
No, there's like 30 of them niggas.
like you
There's
guard,
one-
Inspector Deck, the RZA, the Jizza,
Yeah,
Old
the
Dirty
The
Bastard,
original cast, nigga.
and Tariff Man.
No, but there's
I stole that joke, by the way. I saw that online somewhere. I
That's
was like,
pretty good.
That shit is fucking hysterical.
Here's you guard, aka Golden Arms.
Golden Arms.
You guard is Golden Arms?
Yeah.
Yo, just go back to You guard, yo.
Well, he's aka also
Nah,
known
yo.
as like
There's shorty
AKA
shit
so-
stain.
Like
Stains or
Raekwon the chef.
Shorty shit pants or shorty
same thing.
shit stains. He's another member.
I don't believe you.
He's one
Nigga,
of them,
shut
dude. Yo,
Yo,
I will
don't
Google
believe
that
that
shit.
at all.
All right, yo.
Now you're just making shit up.
No, yo.
Lisa says, did somebody say X-Men? She's just like, fuck them. Like, bring the X-Men in. Bach says,
Oh, you are correct.
What'd I say? What'd I say? Shorty shit stain. That is a fucking member of Wu-Tang. Fuck out of here. I told you. Yeah, exactly. Your rap knowledge is terrible. Terrence is broken.
Yo, this nigga's name is Shorty Shitstain, yo.
Yeah, that's him.
Why would you name yourself?
I don't know.
I mean, you got to top Old Dirty Bastard, yo. Like,
But that's him. Like, he kind of looks like it, though. Like, that shit seems accurate.
I wonder how Shorty is.
yo, he got...
Yo, he kind of, all right.
He looked like his name would be Shorty
That's what I'm
Shitstain.
saying.
He looks like somebody. He looks like somebody. He reminds me of someone. That
Is this someone we know?
yeah. I'll tell you.
Do I know who that is?
Yes, and if you don't, you are a idiot.
I don't get the
All
reference.
right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But-
I'll tell you when we get off the air.
Okay, I'm holding
That
this image.
that guy is going through a lot right now, so I don't want to poke fun at him. Box says, can they throw them into episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No.
Like CW did with Constantine.
No.
I mean, the show had half a season with Ghost Rider. If they fit in anywhere in the MCU, it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
So, yeah, that's true, but they can't. Again, they can't show up anywhere. In anything.
Damn.
So. Yo, that's fucked up.
Christopher, our buddy Christopher,
You're a dick.
You're a real asshole.
our buddy Christopher, who does a really good job of letting people know when they've double posted. Christopher says, 2 years is a pretty good amount of time to reset or soft reboot the characters with new cast, etc. That's more in line with Disney Plus. Y'all laughing because you know I'm right. I'm gonna read all these because we've been slacking on these, so I'm gonna read everyone's today. J, last initial is D. Says, I mean, who really cares? Stick them in the Disney vault, then re-release them or don't. Outrage and fascination Both only last for 72 hours at most. There's so much other shit for Disney to introduce that people will think there's so much shit for Disney to introduce that people will think peace and, well, actually to death, that it won't even matter. It never matters. Merry Christmas, and to all a good night, except for Lamont Allard. Fuck that guy.
My man. Happy New Year. That was good. Thank you.
Malcolm says, easy fix, just add the missing ingredient to the MCU. Dick motherfucking Ryder.
That's right. He should be there.
Joanne says, film 2 years of content for all the major shows on a normal production cycle schedules. Release it all at once when the 2 years expires. What do you think of that?
It's not a bad idea. But I mean, that's clearly not happening. I understand it's a suggestion, but it's clearly not happening because everybody's like on the shows are like, what we gonna do, boss? Like they all got fired. So like they could have just been like, all right, well, we're just gonna keep working, and we're gonna put all this shit out in 2 years. But that's clearly not happening. So I don't know.
Rashawn says, start getting the stories they want to continue and start getting ready for 2020 and 2021. They can even start shooting the seasons they want early and just keep them on the shelf till it's time to release them on Hulu, which is where I'm placing my money on where they end up at. Or just pay Netflix money and get to work. Everybody's got a price.
I mean, that's the real story, right?
Yeah.
You know, if the Mouse wants it to come out next year, it's coming out next year.
Yeah.
What Netflix? Here's $500 million. Nah, we don't want it. They could be like,
yeah, I never thought of that. That's a good point. Like,
just buy it.
Yeah, just like fuck you, pay me. That might be a power move for Netflix.
Yeah. Give us
because Netflix knows people watch this shit. Like as much as they're trying to downplay it, like
ain't nobody watching
the 10 most binge shows and none of them are Marvel movies. All right, yo,
knock it off.
I thought
Daredevil was number 4.
Yeah, it was number 4.
It was their 4th highest show. Period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like knock it off. People watching that shit,
right?
And that's the thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, they're canceling Luke Cage and Iron Fist because no one's talking about it on social media." I was like, "That's not indicative of anything."
Right.
Like I don't talk about. I'm not like can't wait to watch Daredevil. I don't go out and tweet like 100 times over it. I'm just like, all right,
Netflix doesn't care about that type of engagement. The only engagement they care about is how many hours you're logged into Netflix watching something.
I would argue the only social media engagement they really truly care about is, are you retweeting trailers when they come out, when they tweet them out, and are you going to YouTube and watching the trailer?
Yeah, ain't nobody talking about the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. That shit is coming back for a 4th season.
It's popular as shit too. People really like that
Grace
show.
and Frankie.
Right. Nobody's talking about Grace and Frankie.
Really
that show is good.
Yeah, it is good. 2 old bras are wild. But that's the point. Like that's why I try to tell people. Like social media engagement is not indicative of how Netflix works. Like, they don't care.
Grace and Frankie is not a social media show.
No,
right.
It's a bunch of old fucking people.
Right. It's like its core audience is not on Twitter, most likely.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, again, don't hold social media conversations about anything to any level. I mean, we talked about that like in our internal group. We were talking, and there was like way more views of like
the Infinity War Endgame
trailer than the Captain Marvel trailer. And we were talking about whether that engagement, like, does that mean that people are more like excited? I'm like, not really. It really doesn't, because like all of us are super fans of those movies and we're going to go see them the first weekend. I haven't fucking wrote anything about them. Yeah. I haven't tweeted out anything.
Either one, actually.
None. I'm just like, whoa, that was really good. But I've also watched the trailer 4 or 5 fucking times, right? Like, that's all they care about. They don't give a shit. You're clamoring about it. Look, it's a Marvel movie. People are going to go see it. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Jody says, put them on the shelf. Marvel has enough content, especially with the new series, that the time will pass fast enough. And then in 2 years, they drop 4 trailers for a new season of each show.
5.
And watch the internet explode.
5.
Yeah, that's right.
There are 5 shows.
Damn.
Henry says, do a PG-13 animated series or an audio drama with the Netflix cast as the voice actors. This way, they can continue the series, keep the characters in people's minds. This would be no different than what Disney does to keep their classic characters and other trademarks relevant. House of Mouse and Sophia the First are examples of this.
I don't want to hear Mike Coulter do voice acting.
I can't. Will I be able to hear him do a dab or no?
I don't. Well, no, he did voice acting for Halo 5, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't buy that.
Nah, yeah, you were better off.
But that, I mean, I don't. Again, I feel like y'all trying to lawyer this shit, like trying to get around these obvious laws, or contracts. But the audio drama idea is a really good one. Like not just for these, but just in general. This is a pretty good idea, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys listen to the Wolverine podcast. So Marvel did. It's called The Long Night. I didn't really get into it, but I was in a different kind of space. I want to go back and listen to it. I think it's fully out now for free. But it was like a 8 or 10 episode kind of thing, and it's just it's an audio drama, but it's him out wherever he is in Alaska somewhere.
I did some volunteer voice work for someone's Marvel project.
What?
But I don't know if that one was it, and I don't know if it ever came out. I gotta contact that lady, see if it ever came out. But if that's it, then I want to hear myself. I want to hear how I did.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Was it actually for Marvel?
It was this woman's project that involved Marvel characters. I'll see if I have.
I mean, because this one is done by Marvel.
I'll see if I have the audio files that I did for her, and I'll let you hear.
You're not listed. You're not listening to the credits.
Well, then it's not this one then.
I mean, they got. This
was more of
they got Richard Armitage and not Micah.
This involved Sam Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Falcon?
Yeah, as Falcon Cap, I believe. I'll show you. I'll look in my emails. I'll give you guys.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'll give you guys the files.
But maybe that's something there. Maybe that's something that is coming out.
Maybe
that'd be kind of dope.
I did it a long time ago.
Were you just like black protester?
Yeah, I was just a random guy.
What, everybody?
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
Oh shit, son, Cap's black. They murked them fools.
I was. My character.
These are just my guesses of what you sound.
My character was frustrated about something. I'll have to see if I can find those files. And
I'd like to hear that.
Yeah,
Terrence and I've heard some of your voice acting trailers.
Yeah,
they're pretty goddamn funny too.
If you are looking for voice work, you hit us up, and I will do it.
I will do it.
I need to get my name out there.
Fuck you, nigga.
That's I'm a little more versatile than fuck you, nigga.
I mean, but like only by a little bit.
I mean, only by a little bit,
I can put some gravitas to that. I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I need to know the situation.
And I'm also available for voice work if anyone's looking. You need someone to play a small child, or
am I happy?
Or a screaming turtle of some sort.
Are you happy with "fuck you, nigga"? I don't really think that's a happy.
Fuck you, nigga.
No, that don't really.
No, that don't really work. Like if somebody hands you something, like, oh shit.
Brandon says, as soon as the 2 years are up, Heroes for Hire is first out the gate, followed by the rest in the meantime to get us that Moon Knight series.
I have to say, this is what Marvel should do. They, instead of worrying about these 5 characters,
just create different ones,
and then give yourself 2 years, and then you can bring them back whatever way you want. This is when you do Moon Knight. This is when you do Blade. This is when you do all the Midnight Sun shit that everybody wants. This is when you do it. Do it now. You got space. You got 2 years space.
Cam says, I'm not even sure why this is a big deal. I didn't expect these characters to migrate over until 2020 at the earliest anyway. But the best plan would be to take that time and develop a cohesive plan moving forward. Feige is said to be involved with the Disney Plus shows instead of the TV division like in the Netflix deal. So give him and his team time to develop and potentially recast Luke and Danny. Then bring them back with a vengeance in 2020 or 2021 and make a bunch of money. Last, but certainly not least, is Joseph was hoping to see Luke and Jessica's daughter Danielle Cage make an appearance if they went deep into a bunch of seasons. But I guess a Disney reboot with an all-new cast in 2 years would be the best bet. New cast, comic-accurate costumes, no origin stories. Also, don't stronghold these stories into movies. I think you mean strong arm.
No, I think he's saying, like, don't strong connect them to the movies.
Oh, okay, I got you. Don't connect these stories to the movies. Just create a Marvel television universe that ties into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, I kind of like that because, you know.
Just loosely tied to the movies, basically.
Yeah, they make reference to the event. Meanwhile, a bunch of events have happened.
Right. I mean, the main problem here is, and I'll mention another show because it's weirdly relevant that we do. The main problem is Perlmutter, who runs Marvel TV. Him and Kevin Feige do not get along, and they butt heads, and he wants to take it in a very traditional direction, and Kevin Feige is like, I'm trying to make this money. And he's clearly the person who should be running everything. But I have a feeling, I don't believe in prayer, but I have a feeling that Perlmutter is going to get removed from Disney. And the reason why I believe so is because he is very, very closely tied to the president. And I think that everybody who's tied to the president is going to go down in a massive flame ball of a shitstorm. And right now, I think Ike Perlmutter is like weirdly running the VA because he's a member of Mar-a-Lago, and he just let them do that. Yeah, that's how much they respect the troops, by the way.
The VA as in Veteran Affairs?
Yes. There are 3 Mar-a-Lago members who are secretly running the VA. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, that's y'all's president.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really respect the troops. They just let a bunch of rich assholes who've not even in the military.
Who've never been in the military.
Yeah, and have no medical experience.
I like guns. All right, nigga, shut up.
That's enough. So I have a feeling that he's going to get so tied to Trump that Disney's going to be like, we're going to go ahead and distance ourselves. I have a very large feeling that that's going to happen. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ike Perlmutter is out at Marvel by the end of the year. By the end of 2019, honestly. But we'll see. One can dream.
I don't trust nobody named Ike.
Nah, he probably gonna beat you. What the fuck? Brought to you by JTD. Micah, you're up.
A man lives with a metal spoon stuck in his esophagus for a whole year.
No, he didn't. That's made up. That doesn't make sense.
A Chinese man
what are you doing?
Swallowed an 8-inch metal spoon.
How the fuck do you swallow a spoon? Yeah.
As a stupid stunt a year ago.
Yeah, he got drunk.
It got stuck in his esophagus, but seeing as he could eat and drink normally, he never sought medical assistance to have it removed.
What the fuck, dude?
He claims that he only started experiencing chest pains.
No.
How?
Before you continue.
I saw the end of that paragraph.
I didn't see the end either. I feel like that would be one of the most horrifying things that I could ever experience.
Swallowed a
spoon, and I'm like, I'm good.
But Terrence,
no, my nigga, like no.
But
Terrence, go get it,
please.
By the way, he put the stem in first.
Yes.
No,
nigga, I'm not a sword swallower.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
But Terrence, he claims he only started experiencing chest pains after being punched in the chest.
Yo, they dislodged the spoon from his esophagus.
Yeah, now it's like it's moving in there.
Like open chest, bam! Oh fuck!
The guy told doctors that he did it he swallowed the spoon during a drunken bet.
What I say? That is some whiskey ass fucking logic. No, I'm gonna swallow a spoon though right quick.
He told his friends that he could swallow the spoon and pull it back up again by tying a string to the handle. It must have
put the handle in the bottom first.
No, you tie it.
Well, no, you tie it and then
neck.
No.
And then you don't put it in your mouth.
Swallow a spoon. Like, first of all, that just sounds awful.
I come close to swallowing a spoon every day by having a thing of yogurt, but I just stop like right here, and then I just take it out of my mouth like a normal
part
fucking
where you're
person.
supposed to put in your mouth. I don't put the fucking stem in first.
Instead of going to the hospital immediately, the man waited to see if the spoon prevented him from eating and drinking normally. It didn't, so I'm good. Oh God, they show the spoon after the surgery it's been taken out.
Yeah.
What is this fucking stomach acid like?
The
fucking stem.
The spoon probably would have remained stuck in the man's esophagus for much longer if he had not received a punch to the chest a few days ago, which started.
He deserved that shit,
causing him excruciating pain and trouble breathing. He finally went to the hospital seeking help and casually told doctors that he had been living with a metal spoon stuck in his esophagus for a year. I don't ever want to go to China, yo.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
I don't want to go to China. I don't want to go to any part of China anymore.
I'm good. I don't need to niggas swallowing spoons and don't care.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
No, yo, that's a wild country, dog. This is like, don't do that. Stop. Is it that they don't have enough food? Is that what it is? That y'all just eating the shit that you eat food with? I'm just confused.
No, I don't think so because
Mail just bored.
Because Mail Online reports that this case is rare but certainly not unique. For example, in 2015, doctors managed to remove a 6-inch metal spoon from a woman who had reportedly swallowed it while eating noodles, quote, too fast.
First of all, who the fuck eats noodles with a spoon?
Well, that's why you gotta eat it so fast before the noodles fall off, right? Yeah. But then you're eating it so fast. like, what are you, like, shoving the spoon with the back of your hand? What are you talking about? No, yo, she tried to. No. This is all those stories in China. Like, Doc, 1 in a million chance. 1 in a million. Right. Yeah, something went right up my ass. Nah, yo, you put it up there, yo.
No, you were trying to fucking perform fellatio on a spoon.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
Because she's lonely because there's no one to love her in the middle of China where there are no people.
Eat anything with a spoon and accidentally swallow a spoon.
No, this has never happened.
It's not something you can do.
They took it out through his mouth.
Oh, boring.
Yeah, they took it out
you gotta go through his ass. No, he deserves it. You gotta go through his ass. You gotta, like, just shove a rod in there and just, like, grab and tie it off and pull it through.
It took them 2 hours to pull the spoon out of his mouth.
I hope he was knocked out.
Yeah, he was.
I would pray. I wonder if his fucking esophagus was all fucked up.
Probably, right?
Trying to pull that goddamn thing out of his... Yo, someone hit him in his chest and fucking...
This is why you don't hit random people in the chest, man. Don't do that. You never know which one of your friends has swallowed a spoon in their spare time.
A year ago.
If any of you ever come to me like, yo, you gotta take me to the hospital, I swallowed a spoon, I'd be like, yo, we're not friends anymore.
I'm not taking you anywhere.
I'm not taking you anywhere.
You deserve what you get. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you. Fuck out of here. Terrence.
On my story now. Okay. A doctor pulls a live tick from inside patient's ear.
All right, that's cool. I'm not going to click on that.
Where it had been living for days. Ear, nose, and throat surgeon Rahmat Omar was looking to carry out an exploratory procedure.
What the fuck is going on in these stories?
Work out why the man was having pain.
I'm not clicking on that.
Don't. There's a tick. Okay. A doctor filmed the revolting moment. He removed a live tick.
Because fuck you.
Because you ain't never going to believe this shit.
Yeah. That was for his wife when he goes, check this shit out. No, I know I'm late. I was supposed to be home at 7:30. I know. But this nigga was wild.
Ear, nose, and throat surgeon Rahmat Omar was trying to find out why the man was having pain in his ear. The doctor, 49, based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, said the patient was in a lot of discomfort. No shit. They were so happy when I removed it. That picture's gross.
I'm not.
It's certainly the first time I've ever seen this, and I hope to never see it again, or I hope to never do this again. The shocked surgeon couldn't believe his eyes when he saw the tick inside the patient's ear during the removal, and he carefully grabbed the wriggly insect, pulled it out slowly.
Oh, it was alive?
Insect, and pulled it out slowly. He added, "It could have been very dangerous."
Yeah, can we move on?
Earlier this year,
Just
Dr.
making me
yanked a
uncomfortable.
huge leech out of a patient's nostril where it had been living.
Yo, that leech
They had that video. I've seen that video. That's
that
gross.
leech is like this big. Yo.
Yeah, leeches and ticks and shit.
This is why I sleep with the covers over my head. I don't trust it. I don't trust none of y'all.
People have bed bugs as well, so that can help out.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that my bed bug story?
No, you have not.
So I never had bed bugs, but my wife is crazy, right? Like she's a psychopath. So she went to New York on business once.
Was it when they had that
Yes, the massive bed bug breakout, right? So she went to New York and she came home. And my wife is a crazy person. Like, I love her to death. She's fucking crazy. Like she's absolutely nuts, as most women are. Men are idiots. Women are crazy, right? Don't take offense. She comes home, and I don't know if it was lint that she saw on the bed or what. She's like, I think it's a bed bug. So she's freaking out, right? And I'm like, it's not a fucking bed bug. Calm down. But the more you talk about bed bugs, you start itching.
Yeah,
right. Like you can't help it, right? Like I'm starting to itch right now.
Shit.
Right. You just start, right? Like it's fucked up. So she's like, I think it's a bed bug. Like we got to do something about the big bugs. And I'm like, we don't have
stop talking about.
Stop saying it, or they're gonna fucking show up like a miracle, right? Like so. Flash forward, a couple of hours. We were taking every bit of clothing that we have and taking it all to the laundromat and running it through all the dryers. We spent an entire weekend running all of our clothes through like a super hot dryer because that's how you're supposed to kill them. And then you put you get some sort of powder, I can't remember what it is, and then you put it in containers, and then you put all 4 posts of your bed. Like you put them in these containers so that because the bed bugs can't get once they get into that particular material that they can't climb.
They can't go
right. Yeah, had it in there.
Yeah.
Dude, you know, we have a lot of clothes. It was a real fucking pain in it. Like we just fucking contractor bags of clothes, right? We do all this. It's the worst weekend of my fucking entire life. We do this whole thing with the thing with the little containers, all this. And they're like, oh, if you have bed bugs, they should show up. They'll be in the little containers. Nigga, we didn't have a single.
Of course not. Of course not.
A single fucking bed bug.
You went to New York. You're not staying at a 3-star hotel. Like, no.
Yeah, I was so mad. Yo, I was like, what are we to stop panicking? Yo, it was so much work getting all. We have bed bugs. Oh my god. No, we don't. We're good. You're staying at a fucking nice place. You're fine. Like, you wash your ass, you're good. Like, it's fine. Yeah. So that's my bed bug story. We didn't have bed bugs, but we had to deal with a situation as if we did, and it was a nightmare.
That's funny.
Next up, anguillas, an ultra expensive food that doesn't even taste good. Anguillas, a Spanish word for baby eels, is one of Spain's most expensive foods, but no one really seems to understand why. They hardly taste like anything. The texture has been described as slimy, and they look like limp worms on a plate.
Look like bean sprouts, like wet bean sprouts.
Yeah. So apparently, people buy these because they were really scarce at one point. And now they are, in 2016, the first batch of eels sold for a whopping $6,300 per kilogram. While the second batch was only like 1,000 euros. So like basically more or less. But yeah, just proving that people just buy shit just because it's said to be expensive and it's said to be scarce.
Yo, I don't think I've ever had caviar. What does caviar taste like?
It's very salty.
It's like anchovies.
I wouldn't say like anchovies, but they're fish eggs.
Like roe?
It's similar. Roe tends to taste a little less harsh. Or I shouldn't say
roe
harsh.
tastes better.
No, I shouldn't say harsh. I shouldn't say harsh. That's not the right word. Caviar, I think, has more flavor. Like it's a more.
That doesn't necessarily mean that's good.
like caviar is not really.
Because like caviar is incredibly expensive.
It is. But it's because it's fish eggs from very specific types of fish. Like roe is like from salmon. You get salmon anyway.
Yeah.
Like beluga caviar and stuff like that is just, I guess, just more rare. But it's the same kind of thing, right? But that's all kinds of food, right? What is the most expensive food you've ever had? Like a single item, do you know?
I couldn't tell you.
Chick-fil-A or
maybe like McDonald's. No, I don't fucking know. Like
that's not true.
Like truffles.
Truffles are pretty expensive. Yeah. They sell them at like Wegmans for like $300 an ounce. I'm like, yo, yeah, keep them in a locked case because I ain't never bought them. I love mushrooms. Michael, what's your most expensive?
I have no clue. Like,
you've been to like Morimoto's restaurant and stuff like that?
Yeah, but I spent
it's like pretty
like
fancy.
$150 on a makase, but that's a 9-course tasting meal.
What is that?
It's a 9-course tasting meal.
Oh, it's just random things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever's on the menu that night, or is it just like
whatever's on the menu that night?
Menu.
Whatever's on the menu that night.
Interesting.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not bad at all. But I mean, it's like getting 9 plates of food that are like tapas amount. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's not big. It's a tasting menu. Yeah. But a lot of it is sushi based, and it's got a lot of rice in it, so it fills you up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I did. My wife took me to this really fancy pants restaurant for my birthday a number of years ago, and it was like a 21-course meal.
Yeah, did you say you didn't get home?
No, we got a hotel.
Yeah, right, because you're like, fuck that, I'm not driving home.
No, yo, we would have died. Like, yo, what the fuck? Nigga, it was 21 courses.
21 course meal.
It was 21 courses, and it was wine pairings. Like, yo, it was a lot of food. Like, I felt miserable the next day. Like, in a good way. Like,
you should, yo.
No, like, that's like some rich people shit. Like, where you're just like, I had 21 courses. Like, yeah, like, people are starving in the streets, and you're like, yo, I had enough food for 19 people. Like, it was ridiculous. But it was, that was definitely the most expensive meal I've ever had. But I don't know if there's one specific thing. I mean, there was like some pretty fancy things in there. But I think probably the most expensive single item thing I've had is I had a $16 cup of coffee once.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was actual Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee when I was in Singapore.
Actually, I think the most expensive dinner I've ever had was when we went to fucking Parts and Labor.
Yeah, that cost me a lot.
It was like $800.
Yeah, it cost me $700.
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
Yeah, it was good though.
Very good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Everything was good.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was like a cut of steak or something, like a $50 steak or some shit.
Yeah,
probably
especially because we go to dinner in DC and all her friends are rich.
Just to show off.
Lawyers and doctors, anesthesiologists. And
they got big money.
Yeah, they got
in DC
real big money. Yeah. And going to dinner in DC proper, like not little Silver Spring where we are.
Like that's Ted Cruz. He's sitting right there.
Right.
Fuck you.
What's that restaurant that all the fucking
going to Le Diplomat?
Isn't like a specific restaurant that they all go to?
Probably.
Yeah, there is. I forget which.
I'm not rich enough to know that. No. But I mean that 21 course meal was like $500. Like that was crazy. But then we went to the hotel and passed the fuck out. But we ate from 9 p.m. till 1 a.m.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Yo, I literally had to. I went into the bathroom. I had to like take a breather. I felt like I was gonna throw up. Like I truly did. And then I was like, "Are we good?" And then like I had to go back out. Like it was just so much food, man. It was insane. I want to do that again. That would be cool to do with like if you were just like balling, like to just do with friends.
Yeah. 21 course meal.
Dude, it was so much food. And everything was amazing. All right, let's talk trailers and get the hell out of here. First up, Godzilla King of Monsters, trailer 2. Terrence, your thoughts?
I wasn't blown away.
No?
Nah, I really wasn't. I want to see it, but at the same time, I was like, okay.
That's kind of where I am.
Yeah.
Like, I like the first Godzilla. I know some people complain it was like slow.
It was. I mean, I liked it, but it was super slow.
Yeah, I think you and I saw it together. I feel like.
Like it didn't jump over to like the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
And I think I kind of feel the same way about this one as I felt about that one. I'm like, I want to see it. But like, if I don't see it for the screener, I'm not going to pay to see it. I'll catch it on Netflix or whatever. But, I mean, it looks fine. Micah, your thoughts?
I've never been into kaiju movies and all that. Like, I'll see them if somebody says they're good, but too many people have said that the first Godzilla was not that great. Okay. And the only thing I want to see out of these movies is like an episode of the Power Rangers. The only thing I want to see
is the last 5 minutes.
Not even the last 5 minutes. The last 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes of the last 15 minutes. Because the last 5 minutes is them like wrapping up whatever bullshit American part of the story. No, I want to see where the budget quickly goes from American to Japanese. Them fighting the putties and then just fucking fighting the thing in the Megazord. That's all I want to see.
Yeah.
So I will YouTube the fights in King of Monsters 2. And then is this setting up the King Kong battle?
Yeah.
All right. I like how at the end they were like, CCH Palmer was like, Pounder was like, you want us to make Godzilla our bitch? And Ken Watanabe was like, no, we would be his bitch.
Technically.
I mean, yeah, dog. Like, he's a giant.
Listen to throw out one-liners. Because even the first one, let them fight. Like,
yeah. That is his job. It's fine.
The Vince McMahon school of writing promos for Asian people. Say one fucking line. Because I can't understand her.
The funny thing is I can absolutely see him saying that too. Which is really fucked up. Next up, Triple Frontier. Yo, this cast is crazy.
I definitely want to see this movie.
Yeah, it looks very good. Oscar Isaac, Pedro Pascal, Ben Affleck, Charlie Hunnam, and did I name everybody?
No, there's one person left.
Oscar Isaac is in it, right?
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, sorry.
What's the last guy?
Wasn't paying attention.
Pedro Pascal, Ben Affleck, Charlie Hunnam. Who's this other guy? Oh, Garrett Hudlin from Tron. Tron Legacy. Yeah, so this is sort of a military action movie. They're clearly ex-mil who are now taking their skills to rob a fucking cartel.
Don't give a fuck about.
No, that's why they have Ike Perlmutter running the VA.
They've got to rob the cartel to get money because no one gives a fuck about the
military.
Ex-military.
Look, this looks good.
Real good.
Now, this is what's interesting. This is a Netflix movie, but it's going to also be in theaters in March.
Why would I go to the theater then?
I won't be, but I will sit and watch it at home
for award contention.
That's why they do it. They don't give a shit how much money it makes in the theater.
But didn't Beast of the Southern Wild?
Beast of No Nation.
Beast of No Nation. Goddamn, I just mixed two fucking movies together. Didn't that get nominated? That was just Netflix.
It was released in theaters too. Very limited. Yeah. Very limited.
Damn.
They have to release it in a certain amount.
It has to be in the theaters?
Yes. It has to be released in a certain amount of theaters for them to be for award contention.
Okay. So yeah, this is a Netflix movie. By the way, this is how you know they think this movie is really good. It's because it's going to theaters.
That fucking cast.
That cast is crazy, man. It is really, really good. So I'm down for that. I don't know who's directing that. I need to look that up. But it looks good. I'm okay with it. Next up, somebody said it was Ghost Recon Wildlands. I was like, okay, that's not bad. Next up, I'm very interested to hear everybody's thoughts on this. Brightburn. This is James Gunn's evil Superman movie.
Yeah. That's kind of wild, man.
I like the idea of this.
Yeah, I like the idea of what if Superman came to Earth and was a psycho as a child.
Yeah.
And Ma and Pa couldn't like figure him out. It's like what we were talking about earlier with like, you don't know what happens to kids that are adopted.
Yeah.
Like, you never know what you're gonna get. Like, who knows what the people up at Krypton did to this kid for him to come out like this.
Yeah, he fucked up. This kid is a problem. But I mean, he literally is drawing himself as a superhero. He can fly.
He has a ship that comes down from space, and it's Superman.
Yeah, I mean, James Gunn is doing this right. Like this, I like a play on a classic story.
You think this is somebody auditioning?
Auditioning for what?
For DC
to get back into
he's already
comics.
Well, he's already he's already up. He's writing Suicide Squad 2, and the talk was that he was going to possibly direct it.
Oh, well, all right then.
So, yeah, I do actually. I think this might be his. Let me direct Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah,
but the idea of this like creepy kid who becomes like evil Superman is pretty good. I like it. Brightburn. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
What do you think? Costume looks crazy. That little mask or whatever the fuck he's got on. Yeah, I want to see it. I definitely want to see it.
Yeah,
is that, what's her name? What's that woman's name? That's playing the mother.
Yes, that is who you think it is.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Not Chelsea Handler. That's who I always mix up.
Like, I want to say Elizabeth Shue, but it's the woman from Crank.
Yeah, it's not Elizabeth Shue, but it's like Elizabeth something.
Crank, and she was also in the Hunger Games, right?
I don't
know. Or am I?
No clue. Don't.
You are a racist. Her name is Elizabeth Banks.
Yes, that's it.
I knew it was Elizabeth something. Okay, next up after that is Avengers Endgame. I don't know if you guys have heard of this movie. People are talking about it. This trailer is making me sad. And it's going to be good. It's going to be real good. Cap has lost his beard. He's crying.
Why'd he shave?
It got decimated. Just 50% of all the hair on his head just fucking gone in a snap.
Yeah, that's how it works. All life. His beard was sentient. It had to go.
I mean, it grew. And now it's gone.
We get to see Thanos. He's just like walking through a fucking weed garden. And he's like chilling. He's pretty happy about his stuff. He put his jersey up as a scarecrow because he did such good damage. Tony's gonna die. Fucking Hawkeye has definitely watched his family die because he is just murdering people, which is
like,
pretty
I don't
good.
give a fuck.
Yeah, he's a badass. And
So
all that had to happen was he gave up his fucking rubber band and stick combo, picked up a sword like a real man, and all of a sudden everybody's all, yo, look at Hawkeye, yo, look at Hawkeye. Yeah, look at him. Look at him not hold a bow and arrow and being badass.
Okay.
I feel like you have a grudge against this man. This man lost his whole family.
Just bows and arrows. I have no problem with Hawkeye. Just bows and arrows.
Here's the thing.
They're not practical, guys. They're not practical when a guy can literally snap his fingers and decimate half the population.
I mean,
even he says it in Ultron. And I got a bow and arrow. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but suck it up. We gotta fight this big ass robot.
Maybe I'll shoot it in the arm. Oh, it's made of vibranium. Shit.
Let me get my boxing glove. Oh wait, that's the wrong arrow guy.
I got to tell you though, like the talk is that all the Avengers who didn't get like major like concentration in the first movie, they're gonna get the big, they get all the big shots in the second movie, right?
Yeah, all Cap all the time, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be Cap all the time. It's gonna be Hawkeye, Black Widow, I have to imagine, and then so that's really cool. I mean, it's unfortunate because Thor was so fucking good in the first one, that he's gonna kind of get pushed to the side a little bit, but I'm sure they'll figure out a way to do this. But I look forward to it. I mean, all the rumors of Hawkeye being Ronin seem to be accurate. So, and he has the face of a man who has definitely watched his family get snapped right in his face.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So good. So I don't know if he just killed that guy, but he just killed somebody.
Yeah.
He definitely did. So I look forward to it. Terrence, your thoughts?
Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
this looks great.
yeah, I went to see the first one at 12:30 midnight.
That's right, you did. That's right.
Because I fucking bought the wrong ticket.
That's right, you did. I remember that.
Yeah. I didn't get home till like 3 in the morning.
It was worth it, though.
It was great.
Yeah. I can't wait for this. So she says that she's going to come back into town if we do a meetup. Tiara says she's going to come back for this. So this is in April?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And the way the trailer is paced, right? Because if you're still like bummed after coming off of that ending, the trailer starts off with like, well, Miss Potts, I'm gonna fucking die. Yeah. and Captain and literally the personification of America weeping.
Yeah.
And then it ends with the small glimmer of hope, no pun intended, at the end with Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Like this,
you got to give people something.
This is a really good trailer, man.
You got to give
a really good trailer, and I'm not. And while I am, it's a double-edged sword because I'm looking forward to other trailers, but I'm not.
Yeah,
because the second trailer will be the action trailer. Yeah, and
I almost don't want to see it.
Right, like,
but I'm
really,
is it the problem?
But I'm
I don't want to see it. But
yeah, I'm
like Juwan. He doesn't watch trailers.
Nah, fuck you, nigga.
You got way too much discipline from me, man.
Nah,
I can't.
We got to come and talk about it though too. Yeah. Like that therein lies the major difference. We can't just be like, oh, we didn't see it. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, nah, we got to talk about it. But at the same time, there's something about like going in. Like, if the movie came out tomorrow, I would be super happy because we don't know anything.
Yeah.
You don't know anything, right? All I know is my comic book knowledge, but that's not indicative of anything at this point, really. Just the skeleton outline of the story. So, yeah, it looks really good. I mean, look, am I excited for the action trailer? Yeah. Yeah, I am. Do I want to see it? Kinda.
I kind of do.
I kind of do. Like, I want to see Ronan tear it up. That's what I want to see. Like, I really want to see him cut loose because that character has been kind of relegated to the sides for a lot of this series. I mean, he got a pretty good run in Age of Ultron, but I want to see him. I really want to see him cut loose, and I hope. I think Avengers is big enough now that they really super dictate what's in those trailers. Like, they don't let anything they don't let any big shit go.
Party do whatever the fuck they want.
No, they don't. So you're never going to get a trailer that spoils some major thing. I don't think so. So were you guys shocked of the name, considering the Russo brothers totally lied?
Did they? I always thought it was Endgame because I've seen enough people. Like, there was one image where people were reaching, where it was just like a random ass image, and people were trying to spell out like.
No, that was on purpose. No, that they did. The Russos did that.
Okay, no. But when people started drawing Endgame into the different things,
that was on purpose. They did that.
They did that.
Yes, they did that.
All right. Well, that's where I found out the name.
Yeah.
So
but then they lied because they said, they were like, the word has never been spoken in any Marvel movie. Yes, it was. Fucking Dr. Strange said in the last one, and then Tony said it in Age of Ultron.
Yeah, I mean, look,
they were like, yeah, no, that's sure.
I mean, because
somebody, they guessed it early.
It doesn't matter, right? Like they usually do these movies, and then by the way, we got to name it something.
Yeah, I think maybe they knew Endgame was going to be the name,
probably.
But my thing is, I like that the Russos just lie. Fuck them.
I don't understand why more people in Hollywood don't just lie about certain shit.
Just lie. Y'all lie. Act like y'all know about Harvey Weinstein. Just lie about regular movie shit.
Right.
What the fuck? Like,
you're all a bunch of professional liars. So just lie about this.
What's the name? Yeah, it's never been said in a Marvel movie. They know damn well it was. The bitch wrote the script. Like, who cares?
I'd have called it Avengers LeBron James. Who cares, yo? Who cares? You're not going to get a fucking answer out of me.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'd be like, one character said it, I don't know, 3 minutes and 47 seconds. One of the movies, I don't know. You guys just check. Just lie.
Right.
Just fucking lie. Get the reputation of being a liar.
Do that Fargo shit, right? Like, this story is based on a true story. Like, this is a 100% true story, guys.
Yeah.
and then have a bunch of dummies go out to Fargo to look for the money.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was based on a true story the first time.
Of course, because they lied. That's part of this is to get you more invested into the shit.
Yeah. Nah, that should work. I was like, nah, dog, this is a real story.
I think everybody thought it was a true story.
Everybody did when they first
saw it. Look, I thought Fargo was a true story, and then I watched the show, and I was like, oh, this, because it had been so long since I saw the original that I forgot about the lie in the movie that I believed the first season of the show. I was like, this is a real story, guys. You idiot. No, it isn't. Because I remember you were like, it's not a real story. I was like, oh. Huh? I was like, this is really interesting, though. Did you see Fargo season 1? It's really good. Like, yes, I know, you moron. Yeah, see? It happens to the best of us. And even me. All right, that's it for us. I don't think there's anything else.
Nah.
This whiskey definitely made me feel warmer. I see it made you feel warmer. You took your coat.
A little hot.
Yeah, see? That's how whiskey works.
Again. Good luck with your hypothermia going home.
I'm good. I'm
right. You go upstairs.
Yeah, I'm good. All right, that's it for us, and we will see you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.